Hello, everyone. Welcome to our final session of the Adjudication Training Program. Today, we'll dive into the fundamentals of debate adjudication and explore the key responsibilities that come with the role. By the end of this session, you'll have a clear understanding of what's expected of you as a debate adjudicator. Here's an overview of our agenda. 1. What make an adjudicator? 2. How to make a decision. 2.1. Scoring based on 3M 2.2 scoring range. 3. How to provide overall adjudication. To begin with, we will start with what make an adjudicator. Now, let me ask you a question. What does a debate adjudicator mean to you? Thank you for your responses, everyone. An adjudicator or judge in a debate is responsible for evaluating the performances of the debaters and determining the winner. Therefore, an adjudicator must be an average reasonable person, a neutral, impartial observer who approaches the debate with fairness and objectivity. This individual should assess the arguments based on their merit, considering the clarity, logical consistency, and relevance of the points presented. There are two key criteria that an adjudicator must possess. Can you guess what they are? Thank you for your responses. 1. Have a good sense of logic. This is the ability to think critically and rationally about the arguments presented. This involves carefully evaluating the structure, coherence, and reasoning behind each point made by the debaters. An adjudicator should be able to identify logical fallacies, assess the strength of evidence, and determine whether the arguments are good and persuasive. 2. Do not have or use specialist knowledge. To maintain impartiality and objectivity, an adjudicator should refrain from using or relying on expert-level knowledge in the specific topic being debated. This ensures that the judgment is based on the quality of the arguments themselves, rather than any external expertise that may unduly influence the decision-making process. For example, consider Sothi, who is a doctor and serving as an adjudicator in this debate. During the debate, one of the debaters argues, "Drinking 8 glasses of water per day is essential for good health. That's why everyone should drink 8 glasses of water." This is a commonly held belief, but as an expert, Sothi knows that this claim is not entirely accurate. However, as an adjudicator, Sothi must resist the urge to rely on her specialized knowledge as a doctor. Instead, she should assess the debate based on the arguments presented and her common sense, applying her logical reasoning to evaluate the quality and relevance of the points made. This ensures a fair and impartial judgment, grounded in the quality of the debate rather than personal expertise. After learning about the role and criteria of an adjudicator, let's move on to the next step: how to make a decision. But before we proceed, let me ask you another question. How would you determine which team wins the debate? Thank you for your responses, everyone. As an adjudicator, you can determine the winning team by 1. Persuading the average reasonable person. This means that whichever team can persuade the average reasonable person, the adjudicator in this case, is likely to be the winner. Therefore, you should vote for the team that convinces you with their arguments and presentation. 2. Having the highest score after the debate. As an adjudicator, you should review the scores based on the scoring sheet provided by the event organizers. At the IFL Debate Club, however, you will score the debaters according to the 3M framework. 2.1. Scoring based on 3M. Let me introduce you to the 3M system, a framework for adjudicating debates. The 3Ms stand for matter, manner, and method, and they form the basis of the scoring process. Each category contributes to the overall 100 points, broken down as follows. First, matter, 40 points. Matter refers to the content of your argument. It's all about what you say and how well you support your points. The breakdown for matter includes strength of arguments, use of evidence, and understanding of topic. Second, manner, 40 points. Manner evaluates how debater debates, their style and delivery during the debate. The breakdown for manner includes delivery and presentation, such as speaking skills, vocal variety, pacing, and effective body language, sportsmanship, and politeness, and finally, clarity and articulation. Third, method, 20 points. Method focuses on the structure and strategy behind your debate. The breakdown of four method includes organization and structure of the debate, and use of rebuttal and response. 2.2. Scoring range. This is the scoring range. Feel free to pause the video and read through it. Most scores typically fall between 51 and 64, as most debaters who are new to debating would fall into the below average category. This means their speech may have been incoherent, deeply flawed, or included major technical violations. Overall, these are the general rules of how to make a decision as an adjudicator. 1. You don't have to fill all smaller points divisions of the three main criteria: matter, manner, and method. These smaller divisions are provided as recommendations only. The focus should be on the overall score. 2. The score must reflect your decision. Don't use score to determine win-lose. If necessary, speaker scores should be amended to reflect the winner, not the other way around. 3. Each debater must be scored no less than 50 points. Please review the score range at the bottom of this marking sheet to ensure the scores meet this requirement. 4. All 6 debaters in the round must have different overall scores. There can be a minimum of 0.5 point difference between any 2 debaters' overall scores. Finally, we have reached the last section of our presentation. Here, we will discuss how to provide overall adjudication. As an adjudicator, how would you go about delivering a comprehensive and fair evaluation of the debate? Let's now talk about how to deliver overall adjudication, or OA, effectively. Our club uses a very practical and balanced approach called the sandwich method. It's an easy-to-remember structure to give constructive feedback while keeping it positive and encouraging. Let me break it down for you. 1. The positive first slice. You should start with a positive statement that highlights the strengths and overall quality of the debater's performance. This sets a positive tone and lets participants know what they did well. For example, your arguments were very well researched and you showed confidence in delivering your points. 2. The constructive filling. In this part, you will provide a balanced analysis of the debate. You must focus on the key arguments, point out areas for improvement, and give constructive feedback. Be clear and helpful, but avoid being overly critical. For example, you can say something along the line of, "While your evidence was strong, make sure to respond to your opponent's rebuttals more directly." 3. The positive second slice. Finally, end on a positive note. Summarize the debater's efforts, acknowledge their hard work, and offer suggestions for future growth. This encourages the debaters to keep improving and leaves them feeling motivated. For instance, overall you showed great teamwork and clear articulation. Keep refining your rebuttals, and you'll be even stronger next time. Overall, this method ensures your feedback is balanced. It's positive, constructive, and motivating. It helps debaters recognize their strengths while giving them a clear path to improve. Remember, 2 slices of positivity with some constructive feedback in between. This approach makes feedback impactful, fair, and encouraging. Now, let us do a quick recap of what we have learned together. So, what is the correct order of steps in the sandwich method for providing overall adjudication? In conclusion, we have explored the key responsibilities of an adjudicator, emphasizing the importance of being an average reasonable person and avoiding specialist knowledge to maintain fairness. You also learned how to make decisions using the 3M framework, namely matter, manner, and method, and the scoring rules to ensure consistency. Finally, we introduced the sandwich method for delivering balanced feedback. Start with positive strengths, provide constructive feedback, and close with an encouraging summary. Thank you all for your attention and participation today. I hope this session has been insightful and that you feel more confident in debate adjudication. If you have any questions or want to explore any concepts further, feel free to reach out.